Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the gaming classroom. And today, I just want to start by saying that this might be a bit of a longer video. So I'll have chapters, timestamps, all that good stuff, in the description. So if there's a certain part of the video you want to skip to, you can do that. But yeah, without further ado, let's talk about the big news, which was the ARK roadmap released on March 31st, which discusses basically, all the ARK II news and all that stuff. And I know a lot, and I mean a lot of people when they first read this were pretty pissed off. The Sabretooth, that's pretty cool. It's like pretty cool concept art. But we're not here for the Sabretooth. We're here to discuss ARK II and the Unreal Engine 5. But yeah, with ARK II, they've decided to once again delay it till the end of 2024, which is quite a bit of a wait. It's for everyone: Xbox, Game Pass, and PC. They put a lot of thought into delaying ARK 2 for the betterment of the final production and the team's well-being. This news will be disappointing to many. We feel it too, but we're confident this heavy decision is the right one. Why the delay? Our goal is to make ARK 2 the best game it can be and provide a truly exceptional and rewarding experience for players. UE5 is an incredibly new technology to us and all the developers. We aim to use this cutting-edge technology to its fullest potential while creating a game with a never-before-achieved scope at Studio Wildcard. Excuse me. As we learn more about the engine and develop the sequel, we have adapted to our workflows and adjusted our pipeline to accommodate this next new generation paradigm. And because of everything that involves, we need more time for development. And if you enjoy video games but don't know too much about computer tech and all that, at first I didn't know too much, but believe it or not, if you're a psychology major in college, you actually end up learning quite a bit about computers. I did not know that, but you do compare the computer brain, I'm doing the air quotes with my fingers, the computer brain to the human brain and animal brains, all that stuff. And this technology, not easy. It is not easy. It takes a long time to develop, a long time to perfect. Again, I'm doing air quotes perfect because they'll never be perfected. But perfect it to where Wildcard will be comfortable putting it on the market. And I don't know why I'm coughing so much today. Oh man, allergies still terrible. April's usually when my allergies are the worst. But anyway, so I can fully understand why they're doing that delay. Because this isn't a project that takes a few weeks. This isn't something that takes a few months. This is something that takes years to do. When they were first developing ARK for the very first time, that technology is completely new. When video games, originally were first being developed, that technology was brand new. And so this is probably why they're doing it, because they were to put ARK 2 out right now. Let's say they were to put ARK 2 out this week. The technology would probably still be crap. Not a lot of people would be impressed playing it. They buy it and they're like, awesome, let's play it, and it'd just be a crap game. So they don't want to put crap games on the market, and Wildcard has received quite a bit of backlash for being known for delaying things. So that's probably why they're delaying it. Once again, they know that if they make it the best they possibly can, that'll earn them brownie points with the community. So that's probably why they're doing the delay, and that's also probably why they're not going to showcase any gameplay screenshots, videos, um, but just keep us informed. Let's see. Unreal Engine 5, crossplay modding, well, changes. It's not feasible to make this new version of ARK backward compatible to us to conclude. We need a separate product. So, yeah, Unreal Engine 5, they thought they were going to be able to do just a huge patch on the original game and turn that into UE5, but no. Yeah. So that is why they have created Survival Ascended. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it for ARK 2. But Survival Ascended, that is going to be the UE5. ARK Survival Ascended is a next generation remaster of our beloved ARK Survival Evolved, harnessing the power of Unreal Engine 5. It will be released on Xbox Series XS, PC, and PS5 by the end of August 2023. The base game will include the island, SOTIF, and all the non-canon DLC maps, which will be added to ASA over time. So those non-canon maps, which are the non-story maps, these are the custom arcs, not the story arcs, added over time. So I assume they're going to start with just having the center and then slowly put Ragnarok, slowly put Valgero, slowly do Crystal Isles, Lost Island, and not Valgero, Fjordur. So, and then let's see here. Xbox Series XX and PC players will only be able to get it via an ultimate value bundle known as the ARK Respawn bundle. This bundle includes ownership of both ARK Survival Ascended and ARK II and will be priced at $49.99. This bundle will be available to purchase from the end of August for up to a year, after which ASA, ARK Survival Ascended, and ARK II will be sold separately. Additionally, the bundle will provide players access to an exclusive 1-month closed beta to ARK II in 2024, while the rest of the general public can play ARK II. PS5 will be able to get their hands on ASA as a standalone next-gen game at launch in August 2023 for $39.99. Yeah, that's kind of got me a little. And then the expansion packs will be sold separately. So basically, Survival Ascended, it's ARK all over again. You purchase the base game, and then you have to go in and separately purchase the story DLC. So Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, $19.99, and then $19.99 for Gen 1 and Gen 2. And let's see, so these won't be available until the end of 2023. This Extinction won't be available till 2024. Genesis won't be available until Q1, Q2 of 2024. Okay, so ARK Survival Ascended, it's basically just gonna be the island, SOTIF, and the non-canon DLCs to start, which I assume they're going to start with the center. Just like when ARK came out over time. It was ARK, SOTIF, and the center. So basically, why are people hating on this idea so much? Why are people hating? They're like, we want Unreal Engine 5. We're so excited. And then they hear about this and they're like, oh, we have to pay for it. Oh, that's so stupid. Because I can't remember his name, Jeremy something. I can't remember his last name. Tweeted that UE5 would be free. And now they're charging for it. You got the $49.99, and PS5 they only have to pay $39.99. But PC you have to pay the $49.99. So everyone's like, why did you say it was free when 2 months later you come back and say, oh sorry, it's not free. It's really $49.99, and $39.99 for PS5. So I don't know if that was just miscommunication or if that was just a premature tweet, or if that tweet was intentional just to hype people up. I would assume in the world of big business, I would assume the latter. That tweet was just to hype people up. And just hope people get so hyped that when they realize they had to pay for it, because ultimately in order to spend money, you need to make money. So in order to spend money developing ARK II, you need to make money. How? Survival Ascended, because now that UE5 is being worked on, what's happening to the original ARK? It's gone. People are like, once Survival Ascended is out and everything in UE5 is out, no one's going to be interested in the original game anymore, or very few people. Excuse me. Will be interested because Survival Ascended will have better graphics, and that's what everyone is all about. Because think about other video games. For example, I'm gonna reflect back on Resident Evil, because I'm big on horror games. Before I started this YouTube channel, I was really big on horror games. I'm still big on horror games. I still play horror games on this channel. Only around Halloween, but yeah. But if you think back to Resident Evil, the graphics used to be cutting edge when in reality the graphics were just crap. But at that time it was cutting edge. Well, now UE5 is cutting edge, and the graphics that the original ARK has are not so cutting edge. So what are you more inclined to buy if you're brand new to ARK? If this is the first time you've ever heard of ARK, what are you going to buy? The old game with the old graphics, or the new and improved game with the better graphics? See where I'm going with this? So that's probably why they're doing this, because honestly, they're probably they need to keep making money. Wildcard, they still need to keep making money. So that is why they are charging for this. When originally it was supposed to be free, yeah, that's probably why they're charging for this instead of making it free. But where else was I going? But the ARK II hype, they've set the bar. They let their consumers set the bar high. The bar was set high for ARK II, because the bar was set high for all the expansions. When Genesis came out, the bar was set high. When Genesis 2, the bar was set a little higher because some people did not like Genesis 1. I'm one of those people. I did not like Genesis 1 for a variety of reasons. One, you couldn't use any flyers. Two, you had to do missions. You didn't have artifacts to go after. You had to complete missions. And a lot of those were pretty darn tough missions. So yeah, so I like Genesis 2 a little bit more. Even though you still have to do missions, they did not bring the artifacts back. But yeah. So with ARK II, the bar was set high once again by the consumers. Wildcard, for some reason, decided to set the bar impossibly high. Just impossibly high. I don't know if they thought, oh, we're going to set the bar impossibly high and it seems like it's a goal we can't meet, but we're going to be able to meet it by this day or this year or wherever or whenever. And then you decide to let the public know and you say, hey, we're working on the sequel. This is when it's going to be out. And because you set that bar so high, everyone expects that you have the resources and the ability to have this game developed by that time you say. And then as you're developing it, you realize, uh-oh, we opened our mouths too soon. Yeah, is there any way we can go back in time and remove and get rid of that tweet? Or get rid of that community crunch? But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So that's why ARK Survival Ascended is being used as the UE5. Because they just set the bar so high, they figured out, okay, we can make Survival Ascended done by this date, or we think. Because who knows, they could be setting the bar impossibly high again. We may not get it this August. We may and we may not. And ARK II, we already know that they set the bar impossibly high because this is what, the third or fourth delay they've made in developing ARK II. So, and it could be delayed even further. Who knows? But I think that is just a business mistake on Wildcard's end. They decide to open their mouths prematurely, not releasing the date, because the thing with selling products, I'm not a business major, I'm a psychology major. But the thing with something you can use, something I've learned from social psychology, not sociology, but social psychology, is that when you hype someone up for something, they are going to stay hyped. And when you do not deliver, they're going to either be A, understanding, or B, livid at you and want nothing to do with you. Because I've seen so many hate videos uploaded to YouTube recently over this. There have been a lot of, news videos uploaded to YouTube on ASA and ARK II. But so many hate videos. People are just hating on Wildcard, saying, oh, they're so effing stupid and blah, blah, blah. And that's costing Wildcard consumers, because those people, they may be like, well, ASA may be groundbreaking and ARK II may be groundbreaking, but we're so mad at you for all these delays and stuff. You know what? You're not even worth my money anymore. We're gonna go purchase these games. We're gonna start playing those games, but we're not playing your games anymore. And just out of probably just spite, it seems like petty spite, but they're just upset. A lot of people I've heard and seen in those hate video comments saying, they're done with ARK. They're not even playing the game, even the original game and SODIF that are out right now. They're dropping. They're just like, you know what, we're done. We're done with them. And another factor that is part of that is just putting fuel on the fire, which Wildcard, I don't know if they intentionally did this or unintentionally did this. I mean, one thing they do have going for them in ASA, let me read this out. They'll have access to Lost Island, Scorched Earth, and Sodif. Okay, so that's interesting. At their launch, they'll have access to Scorched Earth. But here it says they're going to have to purchase it. Launches it. So let's say it launches in August 2023. Huh. Or maybe I'm reading that wrong. Whatever. I'm still going to assume you have to pay for Scorched Earth. And you have to, yeah. Not just initially pay for this, but I'm going to assume you still have to pay for Scorched Earth. Let's see. Holiday events, cross-platform, anti-cheat, cross-platform multiplayer. That's pretty cool. Instanced rendering, threaded server network, and visit, interactive foliage, dynamic water. Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty cool that ASA is going to have going for it. But this is something it's not going to have going for it. The modding. Where is it? They're working with Overwolf now. The mods have, support. You can stack them, you can use them on console. Premium mods, Overwolf Mod Authors will be optionally able to specify price points for their mods, but the mod authors are only going to get 50% of the price point. So if an author says the price point for my mod is $20, they're only going to get $10 out of all the people who purchase their, mods to use. And the fact that you have to purchase mods now, that's kind of a downer because mods are free at the moment. But yeah, the fact that you're going to have to purchase mods. And see, the two mods that I use are the Megalosaurus No Sleep Saddle and Structures Plus, the S Plus mod. So hopefully those won't be too expensive. Hopefully those will be, but then again, you never know. Those could be, those could be $5 a pop. Those could be 10. Those could end up being 20. Who knows? But if I had to purchase one of those two, I would definitely go with Structures Plus. Because I'm just so OCD when it comes to building. This is necessary to pay for the custom infrastructure required for Overwolf to support. So that's the reason they're doing it. They're working with Overwolf, but Overwolf is saying, hey, you need to pay us for the, they're saying we need, payment. If you're going to work with and collaborate with us, we need to both profit financially. We both need profit from this. How do we do it? We let the mod author, choose the price of the mod, and then we take half of the profit, and that's how we make our money. So that's basically what Overwolf is that's sort of the business negotiation Overwolf appears to have had with Wildcard. Yeah. So at at I mean, like I said earlier, you in order to spend money, you need to make money. Um, but that's kind of for some of the mods that the mod authors work so hard for. The fact that they're only getting half of the profit, yeah, that's not looking too good. Um, yeah, that's not looking good for Overwolf and for Wildcard. In my perspective, that's not looking good, and I'm pretty sure the mod authors are pissed about that um as well. So yeah, that's another strike this whole thing has gone against it. Um let's see here. Process buffering platform. So hopefully Structures Plus makes it, and hopefully the mod author for Structures Plus, hopefully that author does end up getting the revenue that they deserve, because I love S Plus. That is probably my favorite mod. Sodif. I don't play Sodif, so that doesn't really. The minimap, new structures. Viewing system, third person camera. Third person camera with the option to opt out. So I wonder if that's going to be um like what we have when I was playing Hogwarts Legacy about a while back. That was strictly a third person game. And it ended up working, but I really like the setup they have now where you can just zoom in and out with the scroll on your mouse. Because I play on PC, as you can tell. Otherwise I wouldn't have a cursor up here. Um but so if they get rid of that, that's gonna be kind of frustrating. Um, and see, that's one of the thing. ARK II is supposed to be strictly third person, so I'm not too hyped about that. I like getting to choose between first and third, because first person, whenever you're using a weapon, in my opinion, it's so much easier to aim. When you're in first person, like if you're using a long neck to knock something out or a shotgun to go after an arthropluera in the cave. um yeah, let's see here. Directional sprinting and walking, ping system. More breedable creatures. It's super long if we list everything, and there's more we'll decide to do between now and launch 2. So this is the one downside of this. How much of this is actually going to make it? I'm willing to bet some of the stuff here, because it says including but not limited to. So they say there's more stuff, but the other stuff. So this is probably the stuff that might be guaranteed. Keyword might. And the other stuff they wanted to list is probably stuff that's going to get scrapped. Live anniversary. Okay, the Rhinonathas coming out on June 8th. Or in June for ARK's 8th anniversary. Okay, that's cool. I wonder if they may do an event for the 8th anniversary, or if the Rhinonatha is their event. Survival ASE and ASA will coexist, but will not support crossplay between the two. It's understandable. Holiday events. Develop and release ASA holiday events. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so that official servers. Now, this is something that a lot of people are livid over. The fact that they're taking down all official servers on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC for ASE, Ark Survival Evolved. The final save data will be uploaded for players to rehost on their own servers or playing single player, non-dedicated. Still be able to play on single player, non-dedicated, and unofficial. ASA will have its own fully supported official. So ASA is going to start getting official servers, and they're going to stop all the ASE official servers. And that's another strike that wild card is getting in for. That's probably because with ASA and ASE out, with ASA, I assume ASA is going to have a bunch of bugs right after it's released that they're constantly going to have to do patches on. And that's why they're like, we just cannot support ASA and ASE official servers. We have to pick between the two. The ASA are going to be the fresh, brand new ones. So ASE, we can no longer support you. So we're scrapping you. And I mean, that makes sense because they can't support them. But at the same time, the fact that they know or may have known that they wouldn't be able to support them is kind of, and this doesn't affect me because it said it's not going to affect single player. That's made a lot of people upset. A lot of people are pissed off, and that's probably what's turning a lot of people off of ARK is the fact that they may have known they wouldn't be able to do this and decided to scratch the official servers the moment ASA came out or will be coming out. So yeah, that's kind of, yeah, wild card. You're not getting yourself too many brownie points. When ASA comes out, if it's wicked successful, you better hope it's wicked successful because it appears you're losing a bunch of your consumers right now. And ARK II at the end of 2024, if they delay it again, I assume they're going to lose even more consumers than they have now because they just lost a bunch of consumers. And down here with the updates. The remaster will have regular updates, but Ark Survival Evolved will be limited to crashes and critical bug fixes. So they're just going to completely ignore, well, not completely ignore ASE, but they're going to treat it like it's an old game, it's history. We'll take a look at it every now and then, but ASA is what's going to be making us the money, so we're going to pay attention to that. It's kind of like pretend you're a farmer, and it's zucchini season. Zucchinis are in season, and another crop. I can't think. I don't know. Let's pretend lemons aren't in season and zucchinis are. You're going to be focused on those zucchinis, not those lemons. You'll take a look at your lemon tree every now and then just to make sure it doesn't die. But you're not going to focus on getting it to produce lemons because they're not in season. You're going to be focused on getting your zucchini. And then vice versa. You want to keep your zucchini plant alive, but they're not in season. So you're going to be focused on the lemons because the lemons are in season. Except they're probably not going to be switching back and forth between this. It sounds like their final decision is ASE will come back to you if something big and bad happens to you, but as of now, ASA, you're our top priority. So yeah, that's another strike. So wild card, yeah, I'm assuming this Unreal Engine 5 is going to be phenomenal. Otherwise, Wildcard would not be giving themselves this many strikes. Um, and the reason they're doing this whole thing to begin with is because ARK 2 has been pushed back to the end of next year. So, yeah, we still have just a, nearly 2 more years to wait. Because, yeah, it's, let's see, 2 years, a year and 11 months, a year and 10 months, a year and 9 months. So, yeah, you do the math. If you expect it to come out at the end of 2024, I would say November, December. Yeah. So that's why ASA has been created and is being developed, is just to keep people busy until ARK 2 comes out. But new expansion pack. We plan to release a new story expansion pack for ASA that will be available in Q4 2023. So the end of 2023. 4 new creatures that they'll share details about this year. Okay, so I assume that is not going to be a community vote. I assume they've already decided on those creatures. They probably went back and took a look at the ARK editions. Some of those ARK editions, I just do not like those creatures, and I hope they like the creatures like the oh, what creature was it that you had to knock out with a cannonball and it just would not stay still? The Brachiosaurus, I think. Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. That yeah, I was just not a fan. That's why I've played. I had a short, super short series called Modding the Center, and it just kept crashing, so that's why I scrapped it. Where I had Arc Editions creatures, but I had Arc Edition creatures that were interesting to me. They had an interesting concept. They had their own uses. But the 4 new creatures, I assume they're gonna go with Dinokairos, Hatzegopteryx, and the other creatures that were community vote in our last community vote before the Rhinognatha one. Yeah. Now the animated series. This, oh my gosh. I am so looking forward to the animated series. This is what I'm really hyped up about. This ASA and ARK 2, I'm like, those are going to be cool. But the animated series, oh my god, I can't wait till this thing comes out. Has completed the animation and cast recordings of all 14 initial episodes, which are currently in post production. So that's going to be a few months, maybe a year. We're delighted with how the show turned out. It's an epic melodramatic love letter to dinosaurs, fantasy, sci-fi, and of course ARK itself, though we have not placed it yet with any platform, hence the lack of news in that area. So as soon as there's more to report, we will let you know. Thank you for reading through this substantial write-up, and stay tuned for more information on ASA in the months ahead towards its August launch. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I know this is probably a super long video. So like I said at the beginning, I'm going to have this split up into timestamps and chapters. So if there's a specific topic you want to hear me talking about, yeah, you can go back and see that. But the last thing I did want to talk about is how is this going to affect my channel? How is this going to affect the gaming classroom? I do expect to be done with the Fjordur cluster by early July. And then right after I finish the Fjordur cluster, I will finish Fjordur. I will take on, I know it has a super long name. I just call it Fenrir for short. The in-game boss for Fjordur. I'm just going to call it Fenrir. So that should be done by the end of June or early July. I put my money on early July. And then the season 3 that I started that I'm doing, that will honestly be something. That'll be a good question because I do want to keep doing the experimental boss armies. I'm really enjoying taming up creatures that I've never used in a boss fight before and using those. I do plan on taming the traditional creatures used for the bosses for the beta and alpha difficulties. So for the Broodmother, Megatherium, for the Megapithecus, Rexes, or Allos, and for the dragon, Therizinosaurus. But for the gamma difficulty, for the gamma bosses, I honestly plan on just just doing some more experimental boss armies. I want to see how things are looking for ASA. I may make it into Scorched Earth on my season 3 playthrough. I know I'll definitely finish the island. So you don't have to worry about me not finishing the island. I will definitely have the island finished probably by the end of next month. Maybe early June. I don't know, because y'all voted in the community vote. Y'all voted for me to do a full week of nothing but the island, a full week of nothing but the Fjordur cluster, then back to the island, then the Fjordur cluster, and keep doing that. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. If I decide to change it, then I decide to change it. But yeah, this week is the Fjordur cluster week. If you're wondering what week it is, if you're new to the channel, this is the Fjordur cluster week. Or no, this week isn't the Fjordur cluster week. This week is the season 3 week. Next week is the Fjordur cluster week, and last week was a Fjordur cluster week. So yeah, every other week they switch. And then I may throw in an extra video every now and then. I usually don't put videos out on weekends anymore. I used to, but I don't too much anymore. But yeah, this was big news, so that's why I decided to do this video. And wow, I have been rambling for quite a while now. So yeah, I'm gonna end this little commentary video there. Like I said, there are going to be chapters. This thing is going to be split up into timestamps. If there's a particular part of this video you want to see, check out the timestamps in the video description. Also be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. My goal is 200 subscribers before ASA comes out. Yeah, let's excuse me again. Man, allergies. It's not a case of April showers bring May flowers. It's a case of April allergies bring May allergies that could be worse or better. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically the latest ARK news. That's my input on it. And yeah, y'all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for some season 3.